Hello, and welcome to chapter 2 um, of The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles. And I got his name right this time. Woohoo! There's progress. A rich tongue and vocabulary. So within kind of the second chapter, one of the things that's pointed out in the book is that getting rich isn't a matter of environment. It isn't a matter of talent or luck. It's a precise science that is governed by laws of the universe and principles that, when we follow them, actually lead to wealth. And what he's talking about in terms of that, so he says with the environment thing, certain people in certain neighborhoods aren't all rich, and then people in other neighborhoods aren't all poor. Now, it might look that way, and I get that for some people, they might look around and go, well, actually, everybody on my estate hasn't got 2 pennies to rub together. In fact, most people don't have pennies nowadays because everything's electronic. How scary is that? That's not scary. Of course, it's not scary. It's just electronic. But then it might be that within that area, geographically, there are people who earn more money than others. Yeah? Or people who have more money than others in various sort of pots. Similarly, there might be certain parts of various countries that might be considered to be more affluent, but there'll still be people in those areas who might not have the same level of wealth from a monetary perspective. So it's not about the environment. It's not about talent, and it was interesting. It was talking about doing things in a certain way, and this was when I first came across that phrase in this chapter. Wattles consistently talks about doing things in a certain way. Okay, so what he's suggesting there is that there's a specific way that we can think and act that will lead us to wealth, and it's kind of not a fake it till you make it type thing, but it's having a belief that actually we have the capacity to be wealthy, to be rich, to live a rich life. And again, what he's proposing through the book is that if you follow the processes in the book, then by the laws of science, you can become rich. So we'll see how that pans out. So it's not about doing certain things, but it's doing things in a certain way. Now, let me unpick that phrase as I interpreted it. So it's like, when I first read it, it's like doing things in a certain way. It's like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And there's a great meme for that. But it's not that you do it in this way, as in step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's a certain way, a process, if you like. But the word certain has a capital C in the book. So it's doing things in a certain way. So it's speaking to the fact that there's certainty involved. There's a belief, there's a faith, if you like, that will lead to richness and to wealth, That's where the certainty comes in. And if you've got that unwavering faith, then that is something that will contribute to you developing, if you like. Okay. So what can you do this week? Okay, start observing successful people. And it might be famous people, it might be people that you know. But have a think about, what are they doing that's done in a certain way? How are they thinking? How are they acting? Decisions they make. What's the difference between those people and where you are now, or if you are a rich person, as in you're living your fullest life, are you aware of what you're doing? Are you a conscious competent, or are you an unconscious competent? Again, something else Bob Proctor used to talk about, where you've been successful, but you don't know why. So it looks like luck plays a part, rather than a process, rather than a system. As always, if this interests you, subscribe, like, comment, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling, notifications bell. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Ta-da!